What exactly is happening at COP30 right now? Why did a small island nation, one that most people rarely hear about in daily news, suddenly become one of the most discussed voices at the Global Climate Summit? And why did their message resonate so strongly that it sparked debates among major economies, regional blocs, and international observers? Today, we're looking at an important moment unfolding at COP30 in Brazil, a moment where Tuvalu, one of the world's most climate-vulnerable nations, decided to speak openly about responsibility, climate financing, and the reality that global decisions often affect smaller countries far more strongly than others. But what exactly did Tuvalu say? Why did their remarks stand out during a summit attended by the world's largest economies? And what could this signal for the future of climate negotiations, investment mechanisms, and international cooperation? Let's break down the key points, the reactions, and the broader implications in a clear, balanced, and analytic way. During COP30, held this year in Brazil, Tuvalu delivered a structured and direct statement aimed at highlighting the challenges small island nations face due to global climate decisions. Tuvalu's representatives noted that while major economies engage in negotiations, policy adjustments, and long-term planning, countries like theirs experience the immediate consequences of delayed action, funding gaps, or shifting priorities. Their point was not confrontational. Instead, it focused on raising awareness about an increasing imbalance in how environmental pressures are distributed globally. According to Tuvalu's delegation, climate funding frameworks are often inconsistent or slow, creating obstacles for small states that depend on timely support to manage infrastructure projects, coastal protection, and adaptation initiatives. They emphasize that while international programs exist, the practical implementation of these programs often falls behind expectations. They also stated that transparent, predictable, and properly monitored financial commitments are necessary for long-term planning. Tuvalu argued that large economies influence the structure of global policies, and when these policies change, even slightly, small nations experience significant consequences, whether in terms of financial access, environmental risk, or technological capacity. During discussions at COP30, several experts noted that Tuvalu's remarks reflected broader concerns shared by other members of the Alliance of Small Island States, AOSIS. Many of these countries face rising sea levels, extreme weather patterns, and ongoing struggles to secure reliable adaptation funding. Reactions from major economies were measured and diplomatic. Delegations from Europe, Asia, and the Americas reiterated their commitment to climate support mechanisms. Some acknowledged that improving transparency, monitoring, and delivery speed could strengthen trust within the global climate framework. Analysts said Tuvalu's statement might influence future discussions on the newly proposed climate finance structure, which aims to coordinate public and private funding more effectively. They added that the message highlights a long-standing challenge: how to ensure that global environmental policies do not disproportionately impact those least able to absorb sudden changes. What happens next will depend on whether negotiations at COP30 result in concrete steps. This includes the potential expansion of adaptation funds, long-term financing plans, and new accountability mechanisms that could help distribute support more effectively.